Hey guys, so I want to talk about happiness, and especially that phrase, choose happiness, because there's a lot of good to that, and I think a lot of the current theories talk about happiness is about your attitude, right? The way that you look at life, the way you look at yourself. And so then this term, sort of choose happiness arises from that. And I think the pro of that is it empowers you to say, well, I can be happy. It's my choice. It's not out of my hands. But then the problem is if you're not happy, you're thinking, well, gosh, am I choosing sadness, misery, right? I would choose happiness if I could. The problem with the conception of choosing happiness and happiness is that it's tied up in consumerism. So the idea of choice is a consumeristic idea in that you can choose Oreos or Chips Ahoy, this milk versus that milk. So, and you look at marketing and advertisement, and choice is really heavily thrown out there, right? You get to choose. It's your choice. Exercise your choice. And all that is, it's to buy stuff. Choice doesn't really exist in that way. It does in the consumer world, but then outside the consumer world, choice still exists, right? You don't lose free will necessarily, but the way in which we perceive of choosing, of choices, is heavily dominated by marketing. So when we apply it to something like happiness, which doesn't exist in consumerism, there are some integral problems in that you can't choose happiness in the way that you can choose a movie at a movie theater. That's, I think, one of the problems. The second is happiness itself is absorbed into consumerism, and that happiness is being sold, quote unquote, to people. Now, you can't sell happiness. You can sell Pepsi and make people look happy while drinking it. You can sell superfoods and show people being happy as they eat superfoods, or diet pills and people happy as they lose weight. We've been so pervaded by consumerism that happiness is largely perceived, and I think that you can't help but perceive it as a consumable item. So you can just go and, you can get happiness like you can get the new iPhone. And that's obviously not possible, right? Because the very nature of consumerism isn't one of happiness, it's one of more, of wanting more, consuming more and more, bigger, 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 wanting more. So I think that's part of the reason why we're not happy, is because the very values, the very attitude that drive our culture, our industry, is attitudes that don't promote happiness, that don't lead to happiness. And it's not, it's not one businessman, a business, a set of businesses, bad people that want us to be miserable so we buy stuff. It's that it's an attitude that allows the continuation, and much in the same way of religion. I mean, it's as pervasive as religion in a lot of ways. At one point in time, it was a religious institution that set the beliefs of the people. Now it's marketing that sets the beliefs of the people. So, this is something that's widespread. Everybody grows up with learning this. Everybody grows up with this, and it's an attitude that works their way into everybody. And even if you critique those beliefs, you still have them. If you say, well, obviously I know you can't be happy through consuming, you still have that idea, you have that notion, because nobody would say that you can buy happiness, and yet everybody tries to buy happiness. Right? We're all equally susceptible to it, and, if we all did heroin, we would probably all be addicted to heroin, and we all, consume some amounts of entertainment and advertisement and marketing. And I think that there's something important to that phrase, choose happiness. I think it is largely choice. I think lots of things are choices, because I almost have to believe that in order to go anywhere with my life. And yet it's not that simple. I'm not going to say what happiness is, because I don't think that it's something that's beyond marketing. It's something that's beyond a vlog that can be seen by, probably 50 people here, but, potentially millions of people. It's something that's beyond selling. But I think you can get closer to happiness if you can see through the consumerist version of it, the message about it. They're in all of us. There's nothing wrong with that, except for the fact that it makes you miserable. So that's that. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.